one. Welcome! The doggy's back!
Forward down the field.
Team will not yield.
Fuck, you don't know the words.
I don't know the words. I don't care. I just sing the song on there. The doggy's back, and we're with my true love. My true love. And all you Leaf fans out there, my true love is Detroit Lions. So we have a new show called The Lions Den. You know the doggy, and we have
Scotty.
Scotty and the Dog. And we are going to talk about Lions all year long. But I am going to carry over a tradition from my buddy Dogg and the Dude. You know, Scotty's in the Dude seat. So what do we always do
These
first?
are big shoes, man.
Big shoes from the
Big
Dude.
shoes.
Big shoes. So what do we always do first?
Crack a beer.
Crack a beer. And what are we drinking today, Scotty?
Laker Light.
Laker Light from my guys at Land Shark.
My first
Mr.
foray.
Cecile,
into
Mr.
Laker Light.
Hansen.
Let's give this a go.
Give it a go. Thoughts?
That's very good.
Very good.
It's very good.
Support Laker Light. Usually we do Land Shark, but our
very-
producer Schoolie didn't have the Land Shark cold, so we're doing Laker Light, which is okay.
Make do. Make do, Schoolie.
So, we got our producer Schoolie in the house today, and we're going to talk about our new show coming up and what we got planned for the whole season here. But first, we want to talk about our sponsor, Average Joe's. Average Joe's is, as Colleen has been nice to us this year and said, I want to sponsor the Lions Den.
Gotta like that.
Gotta like that.
Gotta like
You can't beat Average Joe's. I go there all the time. Beautiful wings, beautiful everything. Beautiful waitresses, beautiful wings, beautiful beer. Everything is great there. 2-for-1 wings. Probably top wing in town. If you haven't tried Average Joe's yet, you get to Average Joe's. They have a special every day, from the burger to the wings to the beers. Fantastic place. Great staff. In the heart of Riverside, in there in Riverside area. I love Average Joe's. And get out here. If you like or comment on this show, you can win a $20 gift card to Average Joe's. Two. What? Schoolie said two. Two gift cards. Schoolie is going crazy. 2 gift cards to Average Joe's. Like and comment on Lions Den with Scotty and the Dog. Why do you go first? Why is it Scotty and the Dog? Why is it Dog? There was Doob and the Dog, now Scotty and the Dog.
It's a great question. I just think it sounds better, personally, but that's just me.
Could it be the Dog and Scotty?
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Does not roll off the tongue. So I'm always playing second fiddle. We know that, but that's fine. So like and comment on that. 2 $20 gift cards to Average Joe's. Great food. You know, between River's Edge and Average Joe's, those are my 2 places I go. And we'll get them out.
Wings and football go together like Scotty and the Dog.
Hey, and how many TVs they got Average Joe's? 60?
There's a lot.
Lots of TVs. I know I go there, cheap beer night. Everything's good there. Land Shark on tap, beautiful place. So first of all, before we get into our Lions talk, I want to congratulate Greg Schoolie, the network, John Sally, Bobby Mass, and who else was the first guy that got in here?
Silky also known.
Silky, because SSN has got to 6,000 members.
Plus.
Congratulations.
6,000
Toast.
plus.
Toast to that.
6,000 plus.
6,000 plus.
1,800 new members this month.
That is unbelievable.
Man.
For an idea that started in a garage in Mr. Schoolie's head, we have come a long way. Over 50,000 views a month and growing. So shout out to all our members. Shout out to all the SSN heads. Is that it? Did I just create something there? SSN heads?
There you go.
SSN heads.
That rolls off the tongue.
That
too. I
rolls
like
off
it.
the tongue.
I like
We're
it.
going. Look at the Dog's just mothballing here. So great job, 6,000 member. Our goal is, we talked earlier, is 10,000 members.
Oh, easy.
We can get there.
Easy.
With this new show, baby.
With the new show, Lions Den with Scotty and the Dog. I'm always second
Scotty's
fiddle.
bringing his 4,000 friends.
That's right.
With his hard hat.
That's right.
Doob had his little country Kenny Chesney hat. Scotty's got the hard hat.
Do you want to tell the story about this helmet? Do you remember this story?
No, let's get a little feedback. Me and Scotty are Lions ticket holders for like 20 years. We've been there, all the heartbreaks, but we'll get into that. So go ahead.
So this was, I'm going to guess, this was probably the 0-16 season.
Ooh, that was
Without,
a tough year, my
again,
friend.
fuzzy memories.
2 losers hanging out.
Yes. Couldn't give tickets away.
Nope. We had to
tickets
go.
away.
We had to go. Mr. Farkas?
Yeah, walking out of the stadium, probably half pissed, and there was a guy that had this helmet, and you commented, "I really like that helmet." And I walked up to the guy and I said, "Hey, can I buy that helmet?" And he said, "Sure, $5." And I took it, and you were furious with me because you wanted the helmet, and all I had to do was give him $5, and I still have the goddamn helmet.
That might be the deal of the century.
Hey, this is construction grade, I think.
Now, I think that would save your life if a brick hit you in the head.
We'll have to ask our construction friend if this would cut it on
That's
the
right.
job site.
Can I wear that on a job site?
We'll find out. I'll get back to you next week.
What a deal!
Or
And it looks
whenever
good
the
on
show
you.
is.
It looks
Thank
good
you.
on you.
Appreciate it.
Looks good on it. Look, stickers on the side. You can't get that for $5 anywhere.
Hey, I've been known to fall and hit my head sometimes. So
Well,
that's-
we've been there. That was a Mexico story.
There
We
we
might
go.
bust that out
Yeah.
sometime. So we're going to give you a little show details what we're going to do all season long. So we are going to be together before. We're going to preview every Lions game. Thoughts, comments, what we're scared of, what we're liking going into each matchup. The best thing is that as a season ticket holder, we're going to actually go live.
Live, baby.
Detroit,
No
Rock
net.
City.
Live.
Detroit Rock City, and
Like
people might be walking by us, yelling at us, Lions suck or whatever. So we are going to go live, hopefully for most of the home games that were there.
Cool bus.
The cool bus. We're going to be parked next to the cool bus. You know, as a former guest on the SSN, we know the cool bus. Scotty knows the cool bus well.
Walt, how are you?
Walt is absolute beauty. Walt Emery. If you're looking for a good time, go see Walt. He'll drive you around wine tours, concerts. I love Walt. So, and as a little bit like Leaf Talk, we're going to come right on after the game for reaction. We need you guys to call in
Hopefully
questions.
sober.
Raw post-game emotion.
Raw!
What it's all about. Unfiltered, which, for any Lions fan, is a goddamn roller coaster.
Is there more of a guy unfiltered than me after Lions game?
No, none that I've ever met anyway.
No, because I will bring it raw, the truth. Yeah, so that's our plan. We're gonna have a preview show live, hopefully, and then after every Lions game, we're gonna kind of like Leaf Talk after every Leaf game. We're gonna come on here and talk about what we saw, what our thoughts about the game. Fantasy. We also gonna bust everything. Our preview show, we're gonna bust a little fantasy. Sit starts because we all know who doesn't love.
I like it. Everybody loves fantasy football.
You were in a league with defensive players, weren't you?
Yes, that was nuts. 5-hour draft, full defense. Yeah,
That's tough. That's a real
Yeah.
trooper here.
It wasn't
And-
easy.
And what we do best, we are going to give gambling tips.
Oh, baby.
Oh, who doesn't like to gamble?
Everybody loves that
We
money.
love that gamble. So me and Scotty here, I almost called you the Dude.
Dude.
I almost called you the Dude.
Hey,
Me and
I
Scotty.
have no issue with that at all.
The dude-
No, that's it.
The dude is dead to us now.
Oh, hey. We're gonna pick 3 games, 3 betting things for a Sunday plus the Lions game. We're gonna keep our track records and we're gonna see who wins at this season. So
What do you think? Maybe sprinkle in a little prop bet casino here and there? Because I know you know.
Here we go.
Best time to hit those books early in the season before they've caught on to individual players. That's when you get them. That's when you get the books. Right before week 6, they really start to adjust. But that's when you make your hay.
I like it. I like that thought. That's something I didn't bring.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna bet on it, my man?
Oh,
Year-end record. Who has a better betting record, me or you? What are we gonna bet on it? Me and Doob never want to do nothing. Like, obviously, if you watch Dogg and the Doob, I stone him in shootouts and all that. Doob never paid his bets. That's Doob. So, what do you want to bet on it?
A case of beer seems very simple to me.
Dinner.
Dinner.
I like it.
Egg.
Ooh, I like that
Oh,
too.
we both like the keg.
We do like the keg. Look, we're
Or
not
dinner at Joe's.
Even better.
The
at
loser,
Gotcha.
dinner at Average Joe's, beers, everything.
I was
We're
going to
good.
say no limit on this, right?
No limit. No limit.
Okay.
So, out of Scotty and the Dog, whoever has the best overall gambling record at the end of the year, the other guy, Scott, will be buying the Dog dinner and drinks at Average Joe's.
I was going to say, I don't want to hear any bullshit that's only limited to one entree when I beat you.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, you can order 12
might even get
entrees.
something
I don't
to go.
care what you think. You can order takeout. You
Something
can
to
order
go
takeout.
on
You
the
can
way out
order
the
the
door.
whole bar of beer. I don't care because
All
I
right.
ain't losing. The Dog ain't losing.
Good thing we're taping this, Schoolie. 'cause
That's
I'm
right. That's
running it
fine.
Back.
So that is our show details. You're gonna get lots of Lions talk. You're gonna get a little fantasy talk, and you're gonna get Scotty's gambling talk. Because I'm a gambler, he's a better gambler than me, but I will beat him this year.
All right. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Well, I hope you're studying.
I'm just all up here.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. That's what... We got no bell here. The doggy swore. So again, we would like to thank our sponsors, Average Joe's. We're giving away 2 $20 gift cards today if you like and comment. And Average Joe's is the place to go. As you can see, who doesn't like $4 beers? I love $4 beers. Place to go, Average Joe's, right on Lozon.
All day long.
All day long. So if you see the dog there at 11, you must know I'm on afternoons. If you see the dog there after work, then I'm always on days. So am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
Hey, you can
$4 beers.
set your watch by it.
With inflation, you can't get $4 beers
No.
anywhere.
Well, you can maybe get them for a short amount of time, not all day long.
All day long. Colleen
Come on.
runs a fantastic restaurant.
Yeah.
Bike night Tuesdays, and I drive by there. There's a lot of bikes, which is great. In the Riverside area, Average Joe's, like and comment, $20 gift card. That'll buy you how many beers, Scotty?
5.
5 beers.
You got to throw a tip in.
Oh
there, too,
no,
right?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
3 beers, $5 tip.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Makes sense.
Our tab ain't gonna be $5.
No, it ain't going to be $5.
It ain't gonna be $5.
Go
Like
4 beers.
like I am.
There you go. Buck of beer. How's
I
that?
am gonna have Colleen bring in a lobster special one night when I win this bet. Colleen lobster, whatever, bring it in. What is $79? I don't give a shit. He's buying. Okay. So now, do you want to? I'm gonna introduce my buddy Scotty here. A little history on the man here. Season ticket holder. About 20 years now. We've been going. We've been back to Silverdome days. We're back. We've seen a lot of heartbreaking 0-16 seasons. We've seen some highlights. Lifelong Lions fans, no stats. He's the most knowledgeable Lions fan I know. That's why he's with his own show, Scotty and the Dog. I'm the tag along. So,
See, I like that too. That makes sense.
I have a question for you. As a Lion fan, your one heartbreaking moment as a Lions fan in the last 20 years.
Are you kidding me?
This is off the cuff.
This is like asking a Leaf fan what they're more.
Oh!
If I had to pick one, honestly, I think it's the picked up flag against Dallas.
Oh.
Because they had that game. Led for most of that game. We're driving. That picked up flag.
And we were watching the game at his house.
If I had one, I think that would be the one. I'm trying to think of one that would be a close second to it.
Mr. Pettigrew. First round pick.
Yeah. Was it Anthony Hitchens? Was that the linebacker?
Yeah.
That bullshit.
Hutchins,
Hutchins,
yeah.
whatever the hell it was. Yeah. I think that's
the most heartbreaking one.
I think, because I think if you go back to when they were still good, I don't know, in the Barry days, right?
Yeah.
The blowout against the Redskins, it was whatever, right? They were never really in that game. It was the following year, the Eagle blowout in the first round.
Yep.
Those weren't close, right?
When Lomas.
Yeah.
Good old marble mouth Lomas Brown. Can you tell me why Lomas Brown is on the radio? He literally sounds like this.
I got to be honest with you. I thought it would take you at least 3 games to bring that up. I haven't even started yet.
Guys, if you listen to the radio Lions game, Lomas Brown is the worst commentator ever. And who they whack to get Lomas in there?
Well, it'll be Brandy and
Brandy.
yeah, Brandy. Yeah, Brandy and
he literally talks like he has a bag of marbles.
Well, it's not easy to understand. He is very knowledgeable when you can make out what he's saying. But part of the problem is half the time you can't make out what he's saying.
Well, isn't that the object of
I
a
would
radio
think so.
show?
Yes, I would think so.
It doesn't matter. They're going to be watching your show now. Anyway.
They're gonna watch Dogg.
It's true.
Scotty and the Dog.
Yeah,
I almost
there
said
you go.
Dog. Yeah, but so that's your.
We'll make sure we enunciate, unlike Lomas.
I
all
can't.
right? There
I
you
can't
go.
promise that. I get marble melt too.
After the game.
In person. Okay, a little more about Scotty. Let's go in person. Biggest heartbreak. Saw with your own eyes, because that was a road game in Dallas. I got one.
It's got to be the Hail Mary.
Oh,
It's got to be the fucking Hail Mary, isn't it?
oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm starting with the swearing too now.
Oh.
There we go. What, is that yours too?
Yes. Oh my God. Remember?
Okay.
I'm going to tell.
Yeah.
So you want to tell a story?
No, because I don't remember it all that well, other than just my head in my hands.
We were celebrating, knowing like we were going to beat Green Bay at home. Could have been a playoff year.
But wait, you have to, context-wise, where our tickets were right in the middle of the end zone.
Yes, right in
So
the middle of the end zone.
We're watching that play go away
From the far end zone.
From the far end zone, and we can see the entire play unfold, right? It's not coming towards us, it's going the other way. So anyway, sorry.
Only time in my life at Lions games. So we're sitting there. I'm like, we got this. We got this. We beat Green Bay at home. We're going to go on a playoff run. We got a shot here. All this stuff. Flag on Lawrence Jackson. Questionable face mask. Grabbed it. We all know the history of the Lions. Grabbed the face mask. Back to Calvin.
It wasn't Lawrence
Chicago.
Jackson. It was that other. But anyway, besides the
Who
point,
was it?
It was.
Fuck, see, that's why Scotty's the stat guy.
Oh Christ, I can't remember his name now. He left the year after. It's going to drive me nuts. But
Okay.
anyway.
So we're sitting there. The flag is questionable.
Next
We see this go up, and I'm like, and as a Lion fan, what 3 letters do we hear all the time?
SOL.
L. And I'm thinking, nope, can't be. Yes, it is. And I literally, only time in my life, besides Justin Tucker, we sat there.
I was going to say that was my
That was a
my
second.
close second.
We sat there, and I was like this. I just sat there and stared at the field for 20 minutes after. Remember, we just sat there. We're just like, did that really just happen? Like, we need good karma.
At some point, like we're approaching 50. You
Whoa,
would think
whoa.
you're
I'm
older.
48 tomorrow.
You're older than I am, but
Birthday boy.
Birthday
we're
boy.
getting there, right?
Yeah.
At some point here, do you not think that this will turn around for us?
I hope so.
At some goddamn
You're gonna see Scotty and the Dogg Gerald till 75 at our first Super Bowl. There, these guys have waited since 1957 to get there. I don't care. We're going. I don't care if I pay 10 grand a ticket.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah.
Because like
It's at some point, and we'll get to this, but I think this might be the time when they turn around.
So-
But, yeah.
we are lifelong Lions fans. Unfortunately, we have lived the pain. You're a pain.
One caveat, because people that are watching this that know me will bring up when I first started watching football.
Dallas in '94.
No, when I was 6 or 7, I was a huge Dolphins fan because I loved Dan Marino. That's what got me into the game.
Okay.
And then around '86, the Chuck Long draft year.
I like Chuck Long, Iowa. I like
that's
that.
When I started. That's when I became a Lions.
So 94 was the highlight of my life as a Lion fan.
Yeah.
When we rolled Dallas.
93.
93, sorry. 93.
Yeah.
What year are we in now?
Jesus.
2022. So what does that tell you? I'm a Leaf fan too, so I'm a bigger loser.
There's no deep difference between a Leaf fan and a Lions.
That's right.
It's the same,
Hey,
same color scheme, very similar.
that is true. But you're loyal. You can say
Yes.
Lions fans
Yes.
are loyal
Yes.
because they represent, they still go.
Yeah.
So that's introduced to Scotty. He has lived the pain with the dog. And there's some tears. There was a lot of soul searching at times. How many times, here's the last question, I'm going to put you on the spot. How many times were you Lions free?
I've never been Lions free.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. I've considered it, and I was broken by Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, but I've never been Lions free.
You weren't broken on Matt Millen?
Oh.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, sorry. I was broken
Jordan
on that
dies
one,
on
too.
in the second round?
Yeah, you're right. I was broken twice, but never Lions free.
You're
I've
broken.
never not watched them.
You're broken like a
Yes.
good farm
Yeah,
girl
you're-
twice.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Okay, so we learned about the Scotty. He is a lifelong Lions fan, knows more stuff than the dog. Die hard, got a helmet for $5. I'm still mad about that. You know, it is.
You're re-mad about it.
I'm re-mad about it because I forgot about it.
Yeah.
You know, we tend to indulge in the
Yeah.
Festivus.
Yes.
The Festivus is
Yes,
called
we do.
Sundays in Detroit. So we're looking forward to our first show, September 11th. It's going to be,
3 weeks from tomorrow, buddy.
I like it. I like it. Oh, what's that for?
I don't know. Just open that bottle.
Fucking opens your beer.
I use my hand.
Use your shirt.
So what are we going to do next? We're going to go our sponsor next.
He's right there.
Average Joe's, $20 gift card. Let's get in there, make some comments, some likes, and somebody will win, as they always do. And Average Joe's is a beauty place. I love it. I can't wait to eat some caviar at Average Joe's on a certain day when Scotty has to buy me that.
Fresh out of the Little River.
He doesn't even know half the family I'm bringing because it'll be like, hey, this is my cousin's kids' cousins.
Out of the woodwork.
Out of the woodwork. Here you go. We have the whole place reserved. So we are going to go on to what we think the three biggest strengths of the Lions are and three biggest weaknesses, question marks we have coming up.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
So, Scotty, introduce the first one.
So the first one for our strengths, and I don't think this is debatable with this team this year, is the offensive line. I think that this team, you may disagree with this, but I will go as far as to say this season will be made or lost by this offensive line.
I agree 100% with you.
Start on a good note. I'm sure it won't continue.
Fuck yes.
I think when you look at this offensive line last year, I think any knowledgeable Lions fan will know last year this 5-man unit did not play one single snap together last year.
Say snap or snap?
Snap.
Snap. Oh.
One single snap together. Decker got hurt in the preseason.
Yep.
Missed
I like
first
it.
4 or 5
Yep.
games, whatever it was.
Even though he went to a bad school down the road.
Right, yeah, we won't talk about that.
No.
Well, you forget about it once they get drafted, right?
Yes, that's true. That
forget
is true. That is true.
Shortly thereafter, when he comes back, Ragno goes down for the rest of the year,
big
right?
Frankie.
So you lose,
Evan Brown did play good.
Yeah, he did, but you arguably lose your two biggest keys on any offensive line: your left tackle and your center.
Yep.
They never play together. Sewell, because of the injury to Decker, Sewell bounces from his natural, left tackle side to right, and he bounces back, and he never gets set all year.
That's right.
Right.
But Sewell was still great.
Very good.
Still very good. PFF had him very good. Well, we say PFF, it's Pro Football
Focus.
So they literally focus the camera on every player.
But with the caveat, offensive linemen hate PFF.
Wow.
If you listen to TJ Lang and
they don't know
John
the play
Jansen,
call.
they don't know the play call.
That's
they
right.
don't know the assignments.
That's right.
So
yeah, I like that. I like that.
But I think when you look at that line and you look at what's been invested in that line, it's got to be your strength, right? With 3 first-round picks, Vaitai at the time, thanks Bob Quinn, paid tackle money and has to kick in and play guard because he's not good enough to play right tackle.
How important do you think Vaitai is to dealing with Sewell? They seem like
mentorship-wise, Polynesian guys, and it seems like if you what you read, yes, there you go. Samoan, Polynesian, whatever they are.
Is that what they do?
Yes, the dance.
You do it.
Yeah, sure. All right. They seem like it was his transition from college to pro was made easy. And keep in mind, Sewell's still he was
21.
Last year was the youngest player in the NFL,
yes.
Correct?
Just on Sewell, there's guys drafted this year's draft that are older than Penei Sewell.
Penei Sewell, right.
So he was young. Here's the thing about Penei Sewell. He went to University of Oregon as a 17-year-old.
A 17-year-old, right.
That is absolutely crazy.
And started at a Power 5 school as a true freshman left tackle, right? So
that is absolutely crazy. We'll get into this later on. I want to bring his brother to
I do. I like his brother a lot.
Linebacker. Yeah. Anyways,
so we'll get to what they like, but he does exactly what they like. But we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Anyway, sorry, the mentorship part, I think, just to finish that thought, when you listen to Sewell talk and you listen to people that talk about Sewell,
Vaitai's huge.
Is a very big influence.
Yes,
on him.
he is.
It's very big influence.
He's worth every penny if Penei Sewell becomes a top 5.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Any tackle.
For sure. I don't know. I could see this year being the last year for Vaitai, because he makes so much money and the cap hit becomes tolerable next year.
But we have a lot of cap space.
They do have a lot of cap space, but I could see them trying to save money there because you got to pay all those guys, right? Ooh. Decker's already making a ton of money. Ragnow's already making Jonah Jackson's contract's going to be up.
Jonah
right?
Jackson might be the reason they get
that's what I look at. But last thing I will say about the offensive line, depth-wise, I think they're in a good spot. You mentioned Evan Brown.
Evan Brown played great last year.
Really good. Everything you read...
Matt Nelson's the flip tackle,
but hasn't looked great. Everything you read about Tommy Kramer this year, glowing reviews.
Tommy Kramer.
Kramer.
I'm cheering for Tommy Kramer because as a Lions season ticket holder, I brought my kids to on the field and they had this combine. So my daughter and my son are out there doing the combine. Tommy Kramer was the Lions player out there. Beauty dude. Beauty dude.
I loved him at Notre Dame. I thought he was really good at Notre Dame.
Beauty
Yeah.
dude, was nice to the kids, took photos, just a fantastic guy. And nobody really talks about Tommy Kramer, but he comes from like a lineage. What's that word?
Lineage.
Lineage.
There you go. There's your enunciation.
Families. Yeah, that's
right. So, and the thing with Kramer is, you mentioned versatility,
Yes.
right? Can play guard, can play tackle, and they've actually had him play center as well in camp that I've read. What they value. I mean, if you're only going to keep, 8 or 9 old linemen, you're gonna have to have guys you can move around.
So
right?
if this is going to be a strength of the Lions, we're thinking time of possession. They got to dominate the ball. You're up in the fourth quarter. This line's going to mash. We're going to get out there, run the ball down your throat.
And you know as well as they want to run the ball.
Yes.
They want to run
Because what does Jared Goff, we'll get into Goff later, but what does Goff do best?
play action.
Play action.
Play action.
And I'm a guy, when it comes to football, you build in the trenches, and that's where Matt Millen's biggest mistake was.
Right.
Mike Williams, all Roy Williams. Fuck. It's you build in the trenches.
Inside out, right?
Inside out.
Yeah.
And the Lions have a top 5 O-line,
Yeah.
in my ideas, and it opens up a lot what they can do.
And I think the thing is too, I mean, the modern day NFL, injuries are a fact of life. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to try,
Just like in it happens in shows too. Like sometimes
does,
you
sometimes.
cramp. Like right now my calf is
You're
cramping,
cramping.
so
sometimes
you have to have a
sometimes you
backup.
hobble around. Yeah.
You gotta have to have a backup.
But
As Mr. Schooley looks over, who tore his calf muscle.
but I think that you're never gonna have they're never gonna play 17 games together, right?
Yeah.
But you can't have 0 like you did
No,
last
you
year
can't.
and have a
0.
successful year. It's just not
So
gonna.
that's gonna be the difference.
That's gonna be the difference. This O line is
If they
gonna
stay healthy.
I think
They
so.
stay healthy.
I think so. It's a
So-
big if, but
So the second strength, I think, Lions is coming up. No, what you got the hawk on there for? Oh, that's Swifty.
didn't know he changed his number to
No,
26.
but-
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a Schoolie here. Lucky he's just in the right uniform with schools. So my second strength I have is the running back, and everyone, they have depth. And last year we saw, what's the YouTube Reynolds Netflix Reynolds come in, run for 100 yards, and it piggybacks off our number one strength is that O line. You have a dynamic back in Swift. Swift is going to be a beast. The Dogg's tip for fantasies: you take Swift, end of the first round, even at close to the end of the first round, early second. Swift is going to be a beast. You have your hammer back in Williams, and then you have a Jefferson. You have guys in the background, but that O line is going to set the whole tempo for running backs.
Yeah.
So they're very strong at running back. Swifty is a dynamic guy. I saw a clip from the Indianapolis practice. He ran a circle route.
That wheel route, yeah.
Wheel
He
route.
went by like 3 yards.
Yeah, 3 yards. Easy,
Yeah.
pitch, catch, touchdown. Swift is a beast. Third year in the league. The biggest question mark on Swift is what?
Durability.
Durability.
You guys gotta be healthy.
What is the best durability? Availability. What's the best ability? Availability. See, you heard from the dog. Wow,
Yes,
I
availability.
got it
yes.
eventually.
Yeah, eventually
I
you got
now.
to that point. Yeah.
So my second strength is running backs. Last year they've proven they can throw out you, me
Yeah.
in the backfield, and we're just hammering runs, 100 yards. Reynolds had 100 yards games. They are going to be a threat. They're deep in the running back room, and with that O line, the Lions are going to hammer the TOP, time of possession.
I think you bring up a good point, is the depth in that running back room, which they haven't had before. And I think if you're looking at 5 running backs on that initial 53, right, with Kabinda being one.
Kabinda will be one.
there's
They're
only
not
4.
taking 5. They're not taking 5.
No, 5, including Kabinda. So you're taking 4 plus Kabinda.
Who are the 4?
That's what I'm saying. Who's
They're not taking 4. They'll take 3 and put somebody on the practice squad. They're not.
Do you think that?
I do think that Swift, Williams,
Right.
one of the right now Reynolds is third,
repping with the 2s, so
and
it would be
Kabinda.
and Kabinda. But Godwin and Igubike is their number 1
Special
kick return.
teams and kick.
So
special
that's
teams.
your 4th right
Special
there,
team
right?
plays in a lot of
Yeah.
things too, because you want your running backs to be your gunners outside.
Right.
So it could be 5.
That's
Yes,
I could see 5.
I-
But the interesting part is Jamar Jefferson, who was a 6th-round pick last year, probably going to get cut. Is what everything
practice
you
squad
see right
hopefully,
now.
because he looked good
Yeah.
before he blew his hamstring
Right.
out against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but is that a guy? I doubt that guy sneaks through.
What was the kid they picked up from San Diego there?
Josh Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, another good guy.
Yeah.
But so
So I think
said,
they're going to try to hide a couple running backs on practice squads.
Yeah.
But
but I think it's nice they have depth
Oh.
there finally, right?
finally,
Again, like past couple of years, it could have been you and I back there for a, and
Yeah.
not gone well.
Like who would have done better?
Probably
Like-
you. You're a hammer, right?
I'm the bowling. I'm the Tommy Vardell.
Yeah. Whereas I would have danced. I would have been like
You
that.
got
That,
minus three.
that hole's not nearly big enough. I'll try
Scotty
to
is
go
the
outside.
Barry Sanders without the plus yards. So he would
Yes.
dance in the backfield -2, -2.
There'd be a lot of east-west running.
he's just going sideways. I'm down. That's it. You got me. So the third strength. What do you think I have you as your third strength on the
My
Lions?
third strength, got to be that wide receiving core. I sense a
So basically
I sense a
all
theme here.
offense. All offense
Sense
is
a
our
theme here.
strength.
So when you look at this group of receivers, I think they have the potential, top three, to be maybe as good as any top three we've seen with the Lions. I mean, this is
Whoa, you
I
got
know,
a top
don't-
three. You go back to the days of Johnny Morton.
Perriman, and
Herman Moore.
I think if you look at now again,
That's a nice three. Johnny Morton.
Yeah.
Like those guys are beauties.
caveat here is Jameson Williams
J-Mo.
got to get healthy, right?
J.
But
Will.
I think
I
if
call
you
him J-Mo.
J
J. Will.
J Will or whatever
J.
you're
Will.
calling him. I think if you look at a top three of Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Yep.
DJ Shark,
Okay.
right, and J Will if he gets healthy. Like I think you have the potential. I'm not saying they're as good as those three. I'm saying you have the potential to have
Oh, I
possibly
agree
the
with you.
best threesome you've had, right?
To a point.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better than what if they've been throwing out there?
Oh, Christ.
Garbage.
Yes, exactly, right? So and again, if you're
I like their depth with
I was
Reynolds.
gonna say if you're 4 and 5 are Reynolds and Cephas, like
Oh.
I think that's pretty good.
Cephas is a hidden.
Right.
He missed his chance last year getting
Yeah.
hurt. Cephas is a big guy. Great point of contact. ball.
I hate Bob Quinn. I can't stand Bob Quinn. We've had our issues about his drafts.
Yeah, we have.
Cephas in the 5th round of that draft, absolute
great.
steal. I loved him at Wisconsin.
Yep.
I think he can be a viable NFL player. If that's your 5, that's a great
I agree with you.
wide receiving core.
I agree with you.
So-
And what about my boy Tommy Kennedy? Is he making it or no?
Christ.
Guys, he just tears it up. I was at the
I just
preseason
named you
game.
the 5 guys. Where's Tom
Where's
Kennedy?
Tom?
in
I gotta
that?
get Tommy in there.
Now, I will say this: the fight's going to be him and Benson until Williams gets healthy, right? So
what
but
about
Benson plays all 4 special
Yeah,
teams.
what about
You gotta
Raymond?
remember.
Raymond's gonna make the team.
Oh shit! Forgot about Raymond.
Yeah,
Damn it!
they're
See?
deep.
They're deep.
I like that.
Deeper than I even realized.
Yep.
So
I-
I think that's like if again you talk about play action, like these guys
Yes.
got to be good, right? And for everything we've read and heard in camp, they've been very good.
Here's a little secret bet that the dog made. I picked ASB to lead the league in receptions because this guy is
Yeah.
an absolute beast. And we'll get into Hard Knocks later, but just a little thing about ASB. He knew every receiver
That was pretty
that got
wild.
picked before
Yeah,
him.
That's pretty crazy.
You know why? Because he said he has that
Yeah.
fire in his belly. You pick this guy, this guy, this guy. 14 guys ahead of him.
Yeah.
So he has that fire, and I love it. And his dad is an absolute monster. Do you ever see his dad?
He's nuts.
Nuts, like just like I don't know. He is.
I think
Mr.
The
Olympia.
thing with ASB is too, he seems like he lives and breathes the game.
I love
That's
it.
all he does, right? You catch 200 balls out.
We're gonna get Hard Knocks in
every
a
game.
bit.
Yeah,
but
we'll get
yes.
it. But anyway, yeah.
It's,
So I
it's,
think, yeah.
So he knew every receiver that dropped it ahead of him, and it bothers him. And I love that. I love that in players. I love that. That sets the culture, and he's going to be a big part of it. So
And I
I
think-
put a little bet on him leading the league in
I
receptions.
like that bet. And you know what I think too is, it gives you a little insight into Brad Holmes, because when you watch last year, behind the scenes in the Lions draft room,
4th round pick.
and
Fourth round
and
pick.
you could see Holmes talking about him and saying,
Laker
"Here's the guy we want," right? And
Oh.
and got him, pinpointed that guy and got him. Unlike Tease Tabor.
Tease played. Hey,
July
speaking of Tease
July.
Tabar, he played last week. I was there.
Yes, great, unbelievable.
So those are the 3 strengths of
Yeah.
the Lions, and it's funny how you mentioned they're all on offense. So, do I think that the offense can carry the team? Yes, I think they'll ball control. I think it'll be methodical down the field. They'll run the ball, play action, hit ASB 5 yards, done. Fourth quarter, they're going to dominate if they stay healthy.
I disagree with that because I think this defense is so many holes in it.
Well, let's get to that.
Again, yeah, okay, we'll get to that. But that
So
I
we-
disagree with that. But.
So weakness, as Mr. Schooley loves the Lion King, we're behind us. So we're gonna go into 3 weaknesses that we think the Lions, and I think they know their weaknesses. I think we all know it. And this guy throws a wild man that played in New Orleans as our number 1 weakness.
I think I'm going to get a jersey.
34.
But that's spelling on it. Though.
Anzalone. Yeah, Mr. School, our producer Schooley just sounded it out and he threw it up there. So,
Cheers, Schoolie. That's
Cheers.
Great
That's
effort.
cool.
Great effort.
so what are you thinking about number 1 weakness? Who went last? Did you take wide receiver?
I took wide receivers. You go ahead.
I think our linebacker is our biggest weakness. I went to the game last week. Anzalone did not play, which made me feel a little better. Hopefully he can. Very disappointed in Derek Barnes. Derek Barnes is the one that you're high on.
I'm high on him only because, number one, so people that don't know a lot about Derek Barnes, went to Purdue, played running back for at least, and I think it might have been 2 years,
Yep.
and then moved over to linebacker. He's obviously got a linebacker body. He's a big linebacker build to him.
Yep.
What he lacks is experience playing linebacker, and you can see it in his instincts. I know.
See, I disagree. I think what he lacks is smarts. Like, I've watched him run to bad holes all the time.
but is that not instincts? Or
No.
guys, like,
if the coaches are telling him, they're telling him to, you take the block on, don't pick a side. And he picks a side because I don't know if he's scared. I don't know what he's doing. I watched him play last week, and in preseason, I know it's preseason, they started 2 rookie and Barnes, middle linebackers. 4-2, they played 4-2, whatever the back. And he literally could have took on the guard, but he picked a side. He went like this. Where do you think the running back went? Other side, run. I don't think it's there. I think they'll realize early. I'm not a Derek Barnes. I'm out on Derek Barnes because you could. If I tell you over and over again to take the block on, you're going to take it on.
I see your point, but I think you've got to remember this guy's, and I think it's his 4th year ever playing linebacker.
Doesn't matter.
I think it does matter.
That he's really slow.
I don't think
that he's
stuff
slow in
comes-
life because if I tell you to take linebacker on, what are you doing?
Wow. I think
You're
it's-
taking
I
linebacker
think
on.
I'm smart enough to take linebacker.
You're taking the lineman on.
But I just,
Boy,
I,
he just.
I think it's too early to cut bait on a
Nope.
second-year guy that just started playing linebacker. That's my own thoughts on it.
Okay.
And I don't think, if you think Brad Holmes is going to cut bait on this guy, I think you're fucking crazy.
I think
don't
he's
think
cutting
they
bait.
are.
I think he'll cut.
don't
Brad
think they
Holmes
will.
is ruthless. He'll cut bait on him.
I think they see enough in him. They raved about him when they picked him. They moved up to get him for.
How does a 6th-round pick this year is ahead of him already? He's had a year in Island Park. He's had a year with the team, but a 6th-rounder that comes out is already ahead of him.
Are you a glass half full or glass half
I'm
empty?
glass half, whatever. The glass, if it's beer, I hope it's full.
Exactly.
So if you're a glass half full guy, the thought on that scenario playing out where your 6th-round pick starts is he's so good and everybody else missed on him
no way.
that he plays.
No
if you're
way.
a glass half empty,
No way.
that linebacker room is so shit.
Yeah.
That,
It's
there you
shit.
go. So
Derek Barnes
that's
is
the
shit.
way you look at it.
Derek Barnes is going to be a special teamer. That's it. That's it. Derek Barnes.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
So my biggest concern, can I get back to my linebackers?
Sure you can.
Linebackers are our biggest concern. Anzalone is,
That we agree on.
yes, we agree on that. But Derek Barnes, I'm not a fan. We'll get into the linebackers. We're counting on a 6th-round pick. We'll get into it when we talk about the rookies.
Yeah.
But I'm not happy with the linebackers. I think that's going to be a big thing. I didn't see the fill. Hopefully our D-line can overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, and I think even beyond Barnes, like you look at Board, who they got from Baltimore, was largely a career special teams guy. I think they were hoping to pull something out of him. From what I'm reading, they're not seeing it. And then, so I
Do you think they might pick somebody up?
I could see
some
that.
cuts,
I could
some
see,
veteran
you know
cut.
what? And
Like
I'd
Jamie Collins.
actually written this
Jamie
down.
Collins. No, not
God,
Jamie
God
Collins.
help us. I'd actually written that down for the entire defense.
I think-
I could see them really hitting that waiver wire hard for
I agree
guys
with
that
you.
get cut. I just, the next point we'll get to it, but I just think you've got to have guys that you can. I mean, last year they were in a position where they took a lot of guys because they had value on special teams. I think as you're starting to ramp up in the rebuild and all right, now we want to contend.
Oh, for sure.
It's not about special teams, it's about guys that actually go out there and play. And I think that's where they're stuck with this entire defense is I don't know how many of these guys could just go out there and play, to be honest with you, besides the D-line. But
Great.
yeah, so
We're moving on to your number 2.
that entire defensive backfield. I mean, I would be less concerned about safeties, but
How you guys gonna win with such shit D?
I don't.
that's
Because
what
our
I just
offense
told
is
them.
The offense is going to control the ball. We're going to win 28-24. They're going to just keep the ball in third quarter, 9-minute drive, done. Pound, 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 4-yard out, pound. That's what they're going to do.
Just don't see it happen.
I like our
I don't
DBs.
see it
I
happening.
like our DBs. This
I
guy's a
don't-
dummy.
I don't because I look at the corners and number one, they're super young. Now
Under 25. Everybody.
under 25.
Yes.
You look at Amani 2-4. I'm not going to pronounce Owarie because I'll just mess
Who's
it up.
Amani 2 for?
Amani Owarie.
Well, you just said it.
Well, I said it right by accident.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I got him. Not so.
He's not a number one.
Okay, he's not.
I even think, for him to be middle of the road too is pushing it. But I'll give one thing.
Okuda is the number 1. They didn't want to say it coming back from
Right.
Achilles. He'll be the number 1 by 5 games of this season.
So in Okuda, I think the problem is you got to remember Jeff Okuda going into his 3rd season now, right?
Yeah.
Came in as a rookie in COVID, so no camp. Everything was virtual. I think we both agree.
You got him number 2 as your weakness. I don't mind the DBs.
I'm trying to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. But I'm still my major concern. Anyway, so I think we can agree. Besides quarterback, the hardest position in the NFL to play is corner.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yes.
It's the league is mandated on offense, and it's every advantage to the offense. So you got a guy that comes in the first year. He's under COVID. He has no camp. Gets hurt after 9 games. Then the year after,
You know what I fucking hated about Okuda? The fucking neck roll. I don't want to fucking see a quarterback with a fucking neck roll. Because what is he doing? What is he, a fucking linebacker, Chris development? No. Why does he have a neck roll? He doesn't have a fucking neck roll anymore.
I don't think
He didn't
it
have
was
it
a
in this
neck roll.
picture. He had a neck roll.
Was it a turtleneck?
No, he had a fucking neck roll. I'm telling you, I will find the photo of this asshole.
I don't remember.
I
neck
like
roll.
Okuda. I think you're an idiot. The DBs are going to be fine. The safeties are going to be good. You got Walker and fucking. Oh, here we go. Who's the kid from Baltimore? They got
Deshaun Elliott.
Deshaun Elliott. Safeties
I
are
was
very
distracted
good.
by the bell. Sorry.
Yeah, I think this is a bad number 2. I think the DBs are going to be good. I think they have some depth. I think that Jerry Jacobs when comes back. All those guys, I think they're going to be okay back there.
I don't put a lot of stock into preseason games, but I think in that first drive that Atlanta had, where number one, they ran the ball. And even when Lions got him in 3rd and long, they picked up first downs very easily.
We're going to talk about how
I'm very concerned about the defensive back.
I'm not worried about the DBs. The DBs are fine. Okuda will be your number 1. He will lock down. Got rid of the neck roll. Went to number 1, which made him a better player. So don't worry about it. You're a dummy. Let's go.
Who
move
knew
on.
with neck roll would cause
Let's
so many
go.
problems?
Fucking neck rolls. Who wears a neck roll besides Brian Kelly? We're out. Okay, next. Schools. Number 3, weakness. Ben Johnson. Question mark here, Ben Johnson. This guy is calling our offensive plays. Oh, he probably will cheat. I don't know what's going on here. What do you think about Ben Johnson? Oh, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Oh, that Ben Johnson.
That really took me by surprise. I
Oh.
wasn't aware we hired.
I didn't know
Ben
what was
Johnson.
going on there. Ben Johnson. They'd be fast. There's just be a bunch of sprinters. They'll cheat. We're not offside. We're not offside. You just give us. Anyway, so the big question mark on the offensive side of the ball is Ben Johnson. Has never been an offensive coordinator. Last year, we know that Mr. fucking Traps took over the play calling halfway through.
Anthony Lynn?
No.
No.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Took over the plays in the halfway during the season. So we don't know what Ben Johnson's going to bring to the table. Everything I've read and heard is that they love him. He could be the next Sean Payton. He's very aggressive. And from what I saw, one preseason game, I like Ben Johnson. You're saying it's a weakness?
I think it's a weakness only because
Experience.
Lack of experience, right? I will piggyback what you said. You listen to Goff talk about Ben Johnson, and he gushes over him because
What's he going to say? I fucking hate this guy.
no. But what he says is that, and I think you can tell the difference between this year and last year. Obviously, Goff hated Anthony Lynn.
Yes, Anthony
I don't
Lynn
think you have to be a
sucked.
goddamn scientist to
Yes.
figure that out. But I think when you listen to Goff talk about Ben Johnson, what he says is he talks to me and asks me what I want to do, and he'll take my input ultimately he's the offensive coordinator. He'll have the final say, but
Right.
he at least listens to him.
Here's what I call it a weakness just from experience, but I like what he thinks. My offense is the strongest part of our team. So if you see the Lions in the fourth quarter and it's third and, or if they get 1 or 2 first downs, they win the game. From my understanding and what I witnessed, he ain't going to mess around. If fucking High Blow doesn't drop the ball last week, they win the game. I think he's going to say, you're my best players. Go get 2 first downs. We're going to throw it on first down. We're going to throw the ball. End this game. And I think he's going to do it.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that. I think
So we call it a weakness just from experience.
But because it's an unknown, right?
It's unknown.
Yeah.
You don't like going into the season with an unproven offensive coordinator.
Right.
But if he says, we will sit here after the games, and if he goes for it and they need 2 first downs to ice the game, and he throws the ball, I'm not going to criticize him.
No.
Because I'm going to say, don't run on first down. They have 9 in the box. You're going to hand it off. Play action. I love it.
Yeah.
Do what they don't think. And Scott has the unfortunate of 20 years of me calling plays in the stands at games.
Oh, it's fabulous.
I call the plays for the Lions. And when it gets
But
right.
it's usually like this. It's usually one of these.
Yes, it is.
It's
hey,
multiple
hey,
shots
now
in the
they
chest.
think we're
Yeah.
running, we're going to play action. And I tell them that. And it's just like very irritating to him.
And
Some
then-
people don't want to come
and
with
then if
us.
they actually run even anything remotely close to what he says, it's
The dog.
why am I not the offensive coordinator? Is the next
I should be.
Is the next thing out of your mouth.
Yes, it is.
There's lots of people that can vouch for that too. It's not just
There's
the
a
game,
lot
right?
of people
Yes.
that come to games
Yes.
are like, they won't sit next to
Yes.
me because I am not into
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
So, we're done with that sheet.
done
So
with
the
that sheet.
biggest
All right.
strengths, weaknesses, our
Yeah.
thoughts. Now we're going to talk about our little rookies.
Okay.
What are you expecting from Hutch this year?
So what I would expect from Hutch, I mean, I think if you can get a guy, and from everything you see from him, he's very polished. This isn't somebody that's raw coming in. He's got a great set of
Here's the question.
pass rush moves.
How about, have you seen the mom and the daughters?
Photogenically nice. Very photogenically nice.
What are you saying? Good from far, far from good?
Correct.
No, I don't. They seem real camera centered. I don't like that. They really want to be on camera all the time. Eh.
What does that mean? I didn't ask
I
you
don't
that.
like that. That's why I said photogenically nice. I like it.
Far from good, good from far?
No. I just don't like the camera whore part of it. I don't like that. Personally.
Wow.
Nice to look at.
Hey,
got no problem with
did you
that.
see Mr. Hutchinson?
He's done well for himself. I'll
God
just
damn
say
right,
that.
he upgraded. Yeah, he did good. So Hutch's sisters, mom.
For a guy that
I
never
didn't know
played in the NFL, yeah, he did very well.
Well,
for
he was a
himself.
legend of Michigan, so yes. And he's a doctor.
Yes. Well, I mean, hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
so he's done well for himself.
Yeah.
Go on. Hutch.
Sorry, yeah, distracted me.
Fuck, I
Anyway,
did
so
distract
I think he's a very polished rookie. I would expect 7-8 sacks from him. I really would.
I think that's
I
reasonable.
don't think that's a stretch.
He's going to start.
He's going to
Oh,
start.
fuck,
Yeah,
he's a stud.
absolutely. He's and this
He'll
isn't
keep the edge.
And this isn't a guy that just is going to play on pass rush downs.
Yeah.
He'll play all 3 downs because that's what he does. He's smart. Like a really advanced skill set for. I mean, he's number 2 overall pick. I would hope he would. But I think he's made in that.
Well, I think
Bosa brother mold, right?
I think we say Bosa's because he's white, and Hutch. You're not gonna.
No. I mean Big Ten, and I just think they're built very similarly. And
I think he's gonna hold the strong side if he has to. I love Hutch. I was so happy. My son, we were there on Ford Field when they drafted Hutch. The place went crazy. Sold a lot of jerseys. I spent my money on there. Fucking buying a Hutch jersey. Ring that bell, Scotty. You got to ring the bell.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's a long reach.
So I spent I spent 80 US to buy my son a Hutch jersey because he loves Hutch. I expect Hutch. He's a culture builder. He's a Dan Campbell guy. He is going to give you everything he has, and I'm okay with that. I don't care if he's. I don't care anything. He's going to set it. He's going to give everything. He hustles. Preseason 1 series, he's going to hustle. I love Hutch. I'm expecting 7-8 sacks. I think he's going to help Okura on the other end, or Charles Harris. He is worth every penny we give him, and he wanted to play for the
Yes.
Lions. Nothing made me more is that he talked about wanting to play for the Lions, and John Jansen talked about on 97.1 that he was so mad that he didn't get drafted by the Lions. He's from here, wanted to play the Lions, and they picked that fat Aaron Gibson. So that's the difference. Hutch wanted to be here. You saw the excitement in the family. He is our guy. He is Motor City Hutch.
Yeah.
Fuck Motor. I love Motor City Smitty. Now we got Motor City Hutch. I love Motor City. What?
That doesn't have a good rhyme.
What, Motor City Hutch?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm expecting a lot of them. We're going to get everything we want of him. We're going to cheer him on. He's going to change that defense a bit.
Yeah, last thing I would say is, like, he's got the chance to be a franchise-changing player. And I think,
Yeah.
Jacksonville's probably going to rue the day they took Trayvon Walker over him. Like, I really think that. So,
I just want to show my abs.
so what we got next here? You want
J-Mo?
J-Mo? Okay.
J-Mo. And we say J-Mo because Jameson Williams.
Yes. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to see him until
Week 9?
I think the
Only
IR
1 week.
IR rules changed. So I think now you can put somebody on IR and it's only for 4 games.
Oh.
And I think the way the bye week falls, you could potentially, they're talking about potentially in October. But either way, we're not going to see him right away. Obviously, scary taking a speed guy coming off an ACL injury, but it's not what it used to be. We had talked about, you want to bring up your stat? Your next gen stat? Go ahead.
Next gen stat. Jameson Williams was clocked running faster than Tyreek Hill. I love that.
Yeah.
This guy,
Absolute game breaker.
Game breaker. And now you have the top 5 O-line. You have a game breaker over the top. You have underneath the Hawk. You have everything they need. This offense is going to roll. 2 safeties back every time. J-Mo's a threat. Sorry. J-Mo's a threat every play. Love this pick. And my man, I was at draft day and we're sitting there. We're about to leave and I hear there's a trade to announce.
Da-da-dun.
Oh, what? Lions moved up? What? Jameson Williams. And everybody wanted, what's his name from Alabama, the big fat D lineman, who might be good.
Jordan Davis?
Georgia. Georgia, whatever.
Anyway.
But Jameson Williams. This guy runs faster than Tyreek Hill.
One thing I love about Jameson Williams, so I don't know how many people know about
Alabama beats Georgia with Jameson Williams.
Started at Ohio State.
Man,
Didn't play.
I don't like that
Didn't
part
play at
of it.
Ohio State, right? Left Ohio State after 1 year, and at the time, people said, he's a baby because he wasn't playing.
Yeah, because Chris
Olave, and all
the other guy.
Garrett Wilson were all
Yes.
ahead of him, right?
Yes.
Even though they're in the same class. But goes to Alabama, and this is how much this guy likes football. Absolute stud wide receiver.
Oh, yeah.
And what does he do? He plays goddamn
Special teams.
gunner on punt coverage.
Love it. That's a dead fight kneecap.
Nick Saban, you're an idiot because he got knocked out one game playing gunner
Don't
on
matter.
punt return.
I love it.
But
Love it.
that's how much this
Love
guy
it.
loves the game.
Love it.
You would never see that out of 95% of wide receivers.
Do you think that's part of the reason they went and got him?
I think, you
Without
listen.
the injury, where's he going?
Loves the game, right?
He's better than
Yes.
Drake London.
Yes.
He goes
Yeah.
top 5.
Absolutely, yeah. For sure. If he's healthy, top 5 easy.
Love it.
Yeah. So anyway,
Love
I love the pick.
That was your one stat? You got anything more about him?
Do I have anything else more about him? I don't think so.
We're low
No,
powered.
I have nothing else about him. Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
We got thumbs in.
There we go.
So,
It doesn't show him.
I love J-Mo. J-Will. Why did I say J-Mo? Who's J-Mo?
That's what he calls himself, J-Mo.
Where's the Mo come from?
Jameson? I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
J-Mo.
Yeah.
He's going to be a difference maker. If the Lions can go, and we're going to get into our season prediction before game 1, but if they can just kind of stay afloat before he comes back, this guy's a game breaker, faster than Tyreek Hill, absolutely beast, and Goff can play action. He's gone.
And get him in space and, like you said, very
unbelievable.
Tyreek Hill, bigger than Tyreek Hill, but
Bigger.
similar and, run away from guys, right? So,
And our last rookie we're talking about is
Rodrigo!
Rodriguez. So this guy was quarterback.
Yep.
Then he moved to safety.
High school wrestler as well. High school wrestling,
Oh, I like wrestlers.
state champion.
You like wrestlers. Who'd you wrestle in high school? This guy wrestled one famous guy ever.
We're not talking about
What
this.
is So anyways, he wrestled a famous guy at Catholic Central back in the day. We don't want to talk about it. Everybody out there might watch.
Yeah,
knows
they might
it.
know.
So anyways, Rodriguez was a quarterback, went to safety, and became a linebacker. Go ahead.
Undersized
Yes.
for your typical NFL linebacker, but instincts through the roof.
Was there an undersized linebacker we took from that city down the fucking shithole in Ohio before?
Neck roll. He wore a neck
He
roll.
wore a
You didn't
neck
seem to
roll.
mind that neck
Mr.
roll.
Chris Spielman. So yes.
Yes.
But I didn't mind that neck roll.
Yeah, but instincts out the ass, right? And Rodriguez seems to have that.
Yes.
Yes. What he lacks in, typical, prototypical, I guess, linebacker size. And the reason he fell so far was because of that. But I remember watching Oklahoma State games. I'm a nerd. I watch college football all day Saturday.
Oh,
This guy jumped off the screen.
I can vouch for that. Are you a nerd or did you bet on the game?
I'll probably bet on it.
So
I still watch
he's not a
Oklahoma
nerd.
State.
He's like, I got Oklahoma -4. I'm Oklahoma State. I'm watching this.
But that guy jumped off the screen, right?
Yeah.
Like
He did.
in
I like him.
every play,
Yes.
right? So and he can cover. He's got enough speed.
Yep.
Um,
We talk about a rise. His rise was rise.
relative athletic score.
So as a nerd, we talk about rise. So he was a great athlete. He could be the hidden sleeper, right?
Yeah, and to that Raz point, just to kind of, if you look at the guys that Brad Holmes picks, the Raz scores they all excel. So if anybody sees that stuff.
So he was a great athlete, great performance, and they don't want to move him up to first team.
No.
But he's making his way up there.
Yeah.
He could read a play. As we discussed Derek Barnes is shit. So I want Rodriguez and Anzalone in there.
Derek Burns had a good Raz.
Don't get me started on
Just
Derek
telling you.
Barnes. Derek Barnes he just runs around. So so that are the three rookies to watch. And as always,
Yeah.
$20 gift card to Average Joe's.
Yeah, I'd go a long way.
Go along it. Little wings, little dings.
You got it.
You know what, Scotty, I wanted to know your
Two.
Two. Garlic Parmesan.
Yeah.
Dry rub. Nice. Or is it dry rub or wet rub?
I've never had the garlic parm at Average Joe's,
Yeah.
but
We will soon.
yeah, I just like hot. You
You
That's
like
what
the
I
hot.
want, hot.
So your favorite.
Yes.
Great wings. Average Joe's is a top 5 place for wings in the city.
Yeah.
They are. They're very good.
Sauces are very good. I like the honey. It's a honey heat one. It's a honey.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, so a little bit of sweetness. That's
Colleen does it right there.
yeah.
So like and comment. $20 gift cards. 2 of them. Correct? And our next show is going to be September 11th from Detroit. So a little thing different here. We are actually going to physically give out gift cards to Average Joe.
Oh shit!
So we are going to be downtown Detroit, 10 to 11, and we're going to hand out. Come see us. The dog.
Be like Santa Troge, eh?
I'll be Santa Troge.
Shit, I like it.
Come see Scotty and the Dog Lions Den, and we come cheer us on, chirp us, whatever you want.
Make sure they're from Windsor.
Oh, you can be from Windsor if you want to be. Yeah, from Windsor. We are going to give out some gift cards to Average Joe's as our main sponsor here, and we're going to be in a parking lot downtown, and we'll give you further details.
Colleen will be there too.
Colleen will be. Oh, Colleen's coming.
Oh, she usually goes every.
Oh, then
There you
yes. So, how's your cherry? You're good? Popped your cherry?
Oh, I feel fantastic.
Feel fantastic.
You made it really easy on me.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. So, all season long, you're going to have Scotty and the Dog.
Hey, hope springs eternal in August every year.
That's
for
right.
us, right? Like,
So, we're going to give you our preview, how we think the line's going to finish. And as always, we're going to give you our sit, start, fantasy.
start, sit. Typically,
Why start? Is sit start? Start sit. We're gonna give you the
That
Dog
one,
and
yeah.
Scotty's gambling tips, and we're gonna go into Lions preview.
beautiful. I love
Cheers.
it. Cheers, buddy. Great first show. Hope you enjoyed it. We're good.